Well, this is it. Me playing 7 games in a row ends with Yakuza 6, the supposed end to the Kiryu Kazuma saga, as the main character in the Yakuza games. And it's interesting. Okay, firstly, this game was made after Kiwami 1, meaning it's actually the first game to use that engine Kiwami 2 used, and it kinda shows, which I'll get to. Kiryu now is very tired and old. The dude is like 38. Like, he gets really tired running. I'm nowhere near that age, but I just feel tired looking at him. He really just wants to avoid the Yakuza life by instead beating up people in Hiroshima. Yeah, you can't take the punchy out of this man. Okay, so well, this game continues straight after 5, like straight after, and does include a recap of the previous games, as well as this dream summary of the key characters. Wait, the only girl he loved? Although I think most people at this point wouldn't jump in here. I mean, how else are you going to explain Haruka, his adopted daughter, now ex-Idol star, is now in a coma and her kid is alone with no mother? Yes, her child. Yes, Kiryu, you're a granddad. So the game involves Kiryu pretty much trying to find the kid's father. And yep, back in Kamurocho, the damn city. The game takes place in 2016, making it a lot more modern, like they use Twitter in the story modern, and yes, finally Saving Anywhere returns. The phone boots are finally gone. Your phone also has a lot more useful things here with text messages from the tip guy who you can respond to. Yeah, I thought so. And you can take selfies or creep on others. Now combat is similar to Kiwami 2, but a bit cut down since this was the first game in the engine. You can't equip weapons, and the leveling up is back to those 5 stats you gain by eating or beating up guys. Yes, beating up, like I said many times, Kiryu doesn't kill anyone. Minigames, the new ones this time around, are a cat cafe, gym for those small gains, and typing lessons. I mean, a live chat with 2 characters. Wait, why do you look so familiar? Now Kiryu has 100k yen, and it costs money to chat with him. Are you really gonna spend all of it on this minigame? No. Okay, this is actually hilarious. Kudos to whoever had to write this. Now, naturally, since Kiryu has a child, do you think this franchise with so many minigames wouldn't miss a chance to gamify that? Of course not. Shake the controller, Bob, if you want the baby to stop crying. So yeah, this is also a new area of Hiroshima, a portside town, which often looks like it's from an anime. I mean, they even reference anime. And again, the game also has its clan war thing from Kiwami 2, where you have to take down vigilantes, but I think I was still traumatized by that introduction into that I didn't really bother much with it here. So yeah, apart from that, it's the usual gameplay you've seen me talking about in the other parts. Story-wise though, oh boy, okay. As a conclusion to the Kiryu saga, it's kind of meh. Like, I'm really kind of disappointed. Maybe since I spent so long playing them back to back, it's very convoluted and feels like Yakuza 3 in places. You know, taking care of kids in a faraway place with these new characters away from Tokyo that become your friends. For a series that built up characters over 7 games, it really does them dirty here. Like, Majima only appears in 2 cutscenes at the start and end. Like, is that it then? We're never gonna see MC Kiryu interact with him or the others? It just feels weak if you look at it as a finale. But as a normal Yakuza story, it's okay. Maybe on the same level as 3 or 4, but with modern gameplay systems. The final villains are nowhere near as memorable as the ones in the first 3 games, and with a difference in gameplay to Kiwami 2, it's kind of disappointing that this is the supposed end to Kiryu as a main character. But hey, at least I got to waste all my money. And well, that's it. I'm finally done. All 7 games played back to back. So yeah, some final thoughts on the whole series. Yakuza is such a unique franchise, mixing in serious crime drama, with goofy minigames and an insanely fun fighting system, varying from game to game of course. It's a franchise that isn't afraid to take risks, and gives you a real in-depth look into Japan's underbelly. What I will say though is that playing them back to back, I was mostly surprised by the inconsistencies. The first 3 games are amazing compared to the next 4, and I'm not just talking about gameplay wise. I was also kind of blown away by how many characters they built up in multiple games could then just die, with Kiryu not batting an eye, or just thrown into 2 cutscenes after being a playable main character. And as to my rank, well, 3 and 4 at the bottom for the old gameplay systems, mixed in with a meh paced story. 6 and 1 are higher as they both had better gameplay systems, but one was an average finale and the other one was just an average game. 5 I liked a whole lot more purely because it felt so different, and just with how many things we were able to do in that game. Then second is Kiwami 2, for perfecting the gameplay with a new engine, giving me characters I cared about and an insanely fun villain, and so much side stuff. However, 0 is absolutely perfect for me. It's a great starting point, introducing everything about the world, plus 2 interesting plots, and I really just love Majima's story in this game. Amazingly written to the end. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this extensive look into the Yakuza games, and sharing it around with likes and comments really helped me a bunch. And I also do have a Patreon if you would like to support me that way. And I can finally say I made a proper Yakuza video on the main channel. 2017 me would be proud. And yes, I do recommend trying these games out, because you really need to see what this franchise has to offer. No, really, you need to see this.
Trojan, RamZaes, Magnum, Sheik.